Okay, I said that I was going to be introducing some new games each day, and I talked about card games yesterday. And I'll go back to card games again, but I have a feeling that we're going to be doing this at-home learning for a long time, so I thought I'd mix it up and do a little bit different type of game each day. So today we're going to focus on dice. The first game that I'm going to introduce you today to is called Beat That. And Beat That is a game that's based on place value. Now, place value for students is really important for everything that they do mathematically. But one of the things we've really realized about students nowadays is they don't play with dice often before they get to school. So kids used to get to school knowing when they saw this pattern that it was a 4. But now we're seeing kids come to school that have no idea that a 2 and a 2 in this sort of pattern makes a 4 because they're just not used to playing with dice. So any sort of work that you use with dice and the kids have the ability to look at a pattern and recognize it as a number is really important. It actually has a mathematical term called subitizing, and that is when you can see a set of something and able to identify it as a number simply by the pattern that's there. So that's one great reason to use dice. But place value is just great in everything that we do. So this is a simple game for grades, perhaps 1 and 2, who are working on understanding their 10s and 1s as far as their place value. You can adapt this for older grades by adding in a 3rd dice or a 4th dice if you want to do it. But Beat That is basically you're going to roll the dice and you're going to get 2 and you're going to try to make the largest number you can. So in this case, we have a 2 and a 1, so we could make a 12 or we could make a 21. 21 is going to be the bigger number, so we would want to use the 21 and we put that down as our number on our score sheet. So then the next player, what they want to do is they want to beat that 21. They want their place value of their number they get to be higher than 21. So we roll a second time. Now we have a 6 and a 2. So the player can either make this a 62 or a 26. Now as an adult, I know that 62 is a larger number, so I'm going to put that over here. So if students were playing this game, player 2 who had the 62 would have the higher score because they have beat the place value of the first player, so they get a check mark next to theirs, which meant that they won that round. Now what you would do is you would just continue to play this for, I have 5 rounds down on the sheet, but you could play this for as many rounds as you wanted to, and just keep track of which player wins and each round, and then at the end just add that up to find your winner of the entire game. Again, this is for younger kids, 1st and 2nd graders. Perhaps you have a kindergartner that's able to do this too with 2 dice. But you could also play this with kindergarten with just 1 die. And you're trying to, that gets them, or a preschooler, and that gets them working on their place value up to the number 6. If you want to also increase the complexity of this too, you could add in a 3rd dice and have the students be able to add 2 of the dice together. So for this case, if I were to roll this, now the rule would be that you can't go over 10 or 9, sorry, with your dice, but I could put these 2 together to make 6 and that together to be 6, so I would have 66. That's another way that you could play. You could not put the 5 and the 6 together because that would be 11, and in our place values we only go up to 9, so we wouldn't be able to do that. But we could put the 1 and the 6 together and that would be 7, so we could end up with a 75. So that's another adaptation or variation of this game that you can play. So hope you like playing the game Beat That with your kids.